All right, boys. Episode, Dougie, I don't know, 99, 98, 99. We got Fitz in the
That
background,
fits.
which is unusual because we normally don't have that.
What are you doing?
We normally don't
Okay,
have
grab
the
him.
we
Hey,
normally don't have that
bleeding
background
now.
noise.
He's
I
out
don't
of
know
his
what's going
fucking
on.
mind. He bit my finger last night. I think it was bleeding. You gotta see it. Look at it. Look how swollen. Can you see how swollen it is on the thing?
I'm surprised you're still with us.
Fucking brutal. I had no band-aids.
Oh my God.
It was my fault, actually. I kind of startled them, but then it turned into like, oh my God. I was like, this is a disaster.
Hey, so real quick before we get rolling here, I just want to say, prior to this podcast, I interviewed Brady Olson, who is the quarterback for Connecticut State University. They're playing URI this Saturday in the FCS Bowl for round one. Had a little fun. I know his dad. I was kind of going back and forth with him on Facebook, and he's like, "Hey, would you be interested in interviewing him?" I'm like, "Sure, let's do it." So I actually posted it on YouTube. It's all done. So about 15-minute interview, pretty good. It's nice,
Nice.
nice little conversation.
Very nice.
Probably go viral. I wouldn't doubt it. So anyway, guys, episode what, 99, Dougie?
No, like 95, 96 is
No,
what I
no,
have.
no, no, no. 98, I think.
Sure.
I think it's 98. I'll take a look. I'm pretty sure it's 98. I mean, we've done like 112 videos, 113 videos. We are veterans of this game. But anyway, hey, get them up. What do we got? Rick, you drinking a beer? Oh, look at the Oh, Frank.
Well, Frank, for the podcast tonight. Thank you to our millions of viewers and happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving. So we're gonna kick it off with the Sox, Dougie. Big move today.
Not a bad move.
Sonny
Decent
Gray.
move.
What do you think?
I would have liked if it was 6 years ago.
Yeah, right. The only thing I will say is I looked at his stats, Sonny Gray.
Sneaky
Um,
good stats.
sneaky reliable. Like the guy doesn't get hurt. Knock on wood. But he's consistently 30 something starts every year. So that's a good thing. But I mean, he's gonna be 36. I don't know. What do you think, Rick? Mr. Baseball.
Well, I agree with Doug 100%. You know, when I first read the deal, I was like, this is another. But when I saw they got the 20 million back, I was like, who cares? No, why not? Take a flyer on him. But if he's your number two, I
No.
get a problem with that. If
Right.
you know, if they're going to go with that to try and sell us on that shit, that's the end of what you're doing with the rotation. They get a problem with it. My bet is that is what's going to happen though.
I agree. And I think especially if they're gonna spend money on other positions. But they're gonna try to like Giolito's gonna be back, right? And Bayo's gonna be obviously gonna be back. They're gonna say like one of those guys is gonna step into that two role. You know what I mean? And that's just not good enough. Not good enough.
No, plus they get the young kids and they get that, but that's what they're going to do. I mean, if you got Gray and then you went out and made a big sign for like was Kluber, right? Somebody like that. Now you're talking. Now that's a really, really good rotation.
They won't do it. I think you're right. They won't do it.
I'd be
Um,
surprised. But if they did do it, it would be cool because then you could actually, though you don't love to trade prospects, but they still need a first baseman. They definitely, if they don't sign Bregman, then they're going to need a third baseman, and you need a power bat. You need a power right-handed bat for sure. Um, so you might be able to get someone pretty good for those prospects. But like I said, Doug, it's a no-brainer. Like I said, if this is just what they're doing, is a nice depth piece who's pretty talented pitcher and get a couple years out of him, great. But if this is the answer to your rotation, then I get some problems with it.
I agree. And I mean, are they all forgiven if they sign Bregman and Alonso or somebody like that? Are they all forgiven? People
Yeah,
forgive
I'll take that.
it.
Bregman and Alonso, that would work out pretty well. That'd be awesome.
Good. I don't know.
So
Those,
in 2014, Sonny Gray went 14-8, pitched 180 innings, 201 strikeouts,
that's pretty good.
gave up 25 bombs and 38 walks.
Maloney was talking about swing
Pretty
and
decent.
miss. Is he a swing and miss guy, Rick? Now at this stage?
I gotta be honest, I haven't followed him enough. I mean, I just, to tell you that stat, there's no way. I mean, I've probably only seen him really pitch maybe in the playoffs and whenever he happened to go against the Red Sox. But unless I look up the stats, I don't really care anyway. W's and L's, baby. It's all that matters to me.
Good point. Good point. I'm with you. All right. Enough of that because that's all they've done, other than like shuffle the deck with a whole bunch of prospects and scrubs. I mean, that's all, They look like they've been busy, but they haven't done shit. Um, what about the bees? The bees are intriguing right now. They're kind of battling through an injury bug, but they're, they had a great win against LA. They come back, didn't look that good against San Jose.
San Jose.
Um, I think they got what, one more now? They get the Islanders before they come back. That's
Play the
kind of a
Islanders tomorrow at 7 in New York.
sort of a must, not must win, but definitely like, to make the trip, you know, worthwhile or, to get something out of it. You kind of got to win that one tomorrow, I think.
That Kings game was awesome.
It
And I
was.
tell you, Geeky's a man. He's a big guy. He's really coming into his own. He's got an absolute howitzer for a shot. The thing that was interesting, I found they came off that win, and they get Hampus Lindholm's been awesome. Zadorov's been awesome. Um, Depth guys, but it was interesting. Elias Lindholm came back for his first game the other night against a team they should have beat, and they lose again. So if there's one common denominator we got a problem with, is him. Before he got hurt, they were playing terrible. He gets hurt. How they changed up the lines, what they were doing with guys. I don't want to pick on Lindholm, but for some reason they ended up moving him off that line. They changed everything around. They put Zucker ended up centering Pasta and Geeky going into the third. So I don't know if he can get a bag of pucks for Lindholm, but I'd have him. I'd be shopping him all day long right now, all day
Um,
long.
the Patrick was saying that he didn't even know he was out there, even though he was out there. But I mean,
But
first game back, first game back. I don't know. I think it takes a little while to get up to speed. No.
I know, but I'm just trying to. What I'm saying is, when he was healthy, they were losing. They didn't stop winning until he got hurt. That's when some of the younger guys like Kustadinov and all those guys moved up into the top six, and it was just however they clicked. It's a common denominator thing. Is all I'm trying to tell you is during the year he played, they weren't good. He got hurt, they were good. He gets his first game back. I agree. Obviously, he's going to have some rust, but it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out with him in there. So I'm looking forward to that game tomorrow because enough of the rust. One game. Come on, figure it out. You're a pro. You should still be able to catch a puck and pass a puck. I mean, he was
Yeah.
terrible the other night. Did you even watch it?
No, but like I said, Patrick said
He
he was
was
watching it.
absolutely terrible.
He looked pretty bad. That's what he said.
And they're a little banged up still. He's still, when you don't have McAvoy, they're a good, they're a fun team to watch. They work hard, they play hard, they move the puck. I think they've been a pleasant surprise.
I mean, I don't know if it was shit luck, but I feel like the guys they got fit the roles. I mean, they're physical. Um, they're muckers. Like they're not. The first line. The first, especially with the Russian kid, they're skilled. That first line's pretty skilled, but beyond that, like Middlestat is okay, but he's not like I wouldn't call him a second liner. But even though he's playing there,
Well,
but
it's too bad though, because he was playing really well. I was down on him, but he came back. He was playing really well for a couple of weeks. Then he got hurt.
Yeah.
So that affected them. But no, they're physical. They stick up for each other. They might be one of the toughest teams in the NHL. They get enough guys. Not that fighting's a big deal, but still, it's good to mix it up. And Zdorov's, I'd say, probably the toughest guy. And then you get some other guys that can mix it up and have no problem doing that as well. I like it. I like the makeup of the club.
Yeah, by the way, I was texting back and forth with Terrence before tonight earlier, and he told me to tell you get off the stick and start paying attention to your fantasy team.
I have made it. He just wants me to make a trade with him. My
Oh, he
lineup's
wanted
all.
me to he wanted to trade for like my best guy tonight. And I said, all right. I looked at his lineup and I said, all right, no, Bo Horvat and Victor Hedman for Tom Wilson. He was like, oh no, he's my best guy. And I said,
No,
you gotta give
that league sucks because of how you do it. You got to watch games played,
I know.
and basically, I got good guys where they were. It's just if they stink in a given year, they stink. It's like crazy. I mean, it's unbelievable. Unlike my fantasy football team, rolled again last week.
I lost. I lost.
How'd you do in your Main Street pool,
I don't know.
Doug? Did you get in it?
No, I backed out. Last week was the last. I didn't do last week.
You quit?
Uh,
You can't
Yeah.
quit. You can't
I
quit.
was one game over 500. I've been pathetically Mr. Mediocre all year.
Yeah, that's been and I don't understand. You see these, and then you just look at the sheets, and it's like 10 wins, 11 wins. It's like, what the fuck? How the fuck are you getting 10 and 11 wins every fucking week with the way the NFL is right now?
Shit luck.
Exactly.
Shit
Eyes
luck.
closed, Dougie. Eyes closed.
It's fucking craziness.
Hey, I mean, I was going opposite. I'm not doing it anymore, but I was going opposite, and I was doing just as good as I am without it. So I don't know. All right, so yeah, I mean the Bees are getting good goaltending. They're interesting to watch. They give you a good effort every night. I like Marco Sturm. Hopefully they can, keep it going. Hopefully maybe they do something at the deadline that's down the road, but bring a little more scoring punch in here. I mean, one last thing. Put the goddamn C on Pasternak. Like, why can't we do that? You guys have an issue with that?
No, not really. No, I don't. I agree though. His plus minus is discouraging when you see it. It's discouraging considering when you see it. It was nice to see Zadorov with the A, and he better keep that.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that.
Pasta's -7.
Yeah, -7. You know, they're not in first place right now, right, Doug? They're a couple points back, but they were a couple days ago. I mean, if you would have bet me a month ago when we was doing this podcast, the Bruins would have been in first place at some point around Thanksgiving, I would have bet you my condo.
They're fourth in the Atlantic.
Yeah, probably by like 2 points though.
Yeah, 2 points.
Yeah. So I mean they're
I'm
right
sorry,
there.
they're tied for third.
Mhm.
So Tampa 28, Detroit 27, and then Ottawa and Boston at 26.
Yes, that's my point. Who would have said that a month ago? No chance.
But I mean, nobody's really. I mean, it's really early, but nobody's running away. I mean, then you have Montreal and Florida all at 25, Buffalo's at 22, Toronto's at 21. So everybody's right there.
Oh yeah. Wealth of mediocrity. Pro sports, buddy. Pro sports.
By design. All right, let's move on to the MASH unit.
The what?
The MASH unit.
No, they're fine.
You think so?
Yeah.
What is the prognosis? I think that the kid Wilson is coming back sooner than later, right?
Yeah, he's got a high ankle sprain. He's week to week.
Yeah,
I bet he won't play this week, but then they get the bye, right?
yeah.
So I'll probably be back in 3 weeks, no problem. And then he's got a sprained MCL, Campbell, and everybody comes back from that differently. But I don't think they'll have to IR him with the bye week. I'd be surprised. He won't play obviously this week. He'll go on the bye. He won't play the following week, and I could see him back after that.
But it's maddening because how do you not get depth guys at the trade deadline? How do you not do that? They didn't do it.
They have
Vidarian
them.
Lowe is
They're
your
ready
left
to
tackle.
plug. They're plug and play. They're coming in.
No, it's
Well, you're not going to go find a depth offensive tackle at the trade deadline.
you don't think so?
No. Who?
I don't know. On a shit team,
Name
give him a
me a
draft
couple
pick.
good offensive tackles, periods.
But I mean, on a shit team, grab their starting tackle, give him a third round pick, something like that. I don't know, fourth round pick. They got 10 picks next year. They could have got some depth.
I would have got depth more on the edge, and I would have got depth in linebacker because that's more realistic. But offensive tackles are not realistic, and they're not good in free agency. Look at like Tunsil, the money that was spent on him, how bad he's been. It's you know, you gotta, you know, would you like a little bit of it? But you know, you weren't getting anybody other than probably what they have.
I don't know. I feel like it should have been a better effort. You know, at the trade deadline, I think they should have had a better effort. But anyway, I mean, like you said about the Bruins, like
I think the biggest thing with the Patriots is I couldn't watch the whole game last week, but I watched a replay of it. The play calling was absolutely horrible by McDaniels.
yeah,
Absolutely embarrassingly bad. They should have blown that team out.
Yeah,
And then
you
it
got
turns
you
into a
got stuffed.
conversation.
You got stuffed on. I think it was 7 straight plays within the 2 yard line.
Yeah. You don't think maybe an inside toss, a toss, anything like that to one of the fastest running backs in football should have been called?
And
I
then
mean, it's
they get
unbelievable.
called for offensive pass interference and pushed back 15 yards.
Yeah. The only play call that made that offense go that ran was a freaking tight ends down the seam. Couldn't
right.
do anything else against the Cincinnati Bengals.
Both tight ends had a good game.
You know, I was just flabbergasted. You think about what happened, like that defense. Yeah, it was what they did 20 points. The defense only gave up 13,
Because they got a pick six.
and they got a pick six.
Yeah.
I mean, it has been in all I listen to the talk radio is how the defense is this suspect. They don't have a pass rush, of that. What are you talking about? They just outbeat a team 20-0. I said, you know, the Patriots offense ended up, they said, oh, they were fine. No, they weren't. They were fine if you could punch it in, but they scored only 19 points. 19 points against the Cincinnati Bengals? That's indictable.
No,
It is.
It,
The three of us could have scored 19 points against the Bengals.
well,
And I don't know if it's because McDaniels is like, you know, he's that way. Belichick was that way sometimes, that we're not going to show anything this week. We know we'll win. We're going to keep it simple, stupid. And then that's what we'll do. And, you know, you're not showing anything if you run a goddamn outside sweep or you run a toss play or you run an inside. Like, who was on
Cerrone.
last night? You know,
Cerrone's been on 98.5, and I like it.
Yeah, watching San Fran and Carolina last night with some good backs. I'm like, just run a couple of those plays. You know, where's one counter boot from Drake May? One inside zone, one RPO. I just instead to do the tush push from like the 2 and nobody moves.
Yeah, that was
he's
pretty
proven
bad.
he can't do that already. Why can't we end that? But I win's a win. You're always going to take it, but very, very disappointing. So I just hope McDaniels was trying to hide some stuff, whatever. But that play calling overall was just absolutely pathetic.
So what do we got Monday? Who's that?
Giants.
Oh yeah, Giants.
And the Giants going to be interesting. I mean, the Giants stink, but the Giants have a very good defensive line.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, they get guys to come after you if Carter wants to show up, but we'll see. But they're home Monday night. You know, got some good rest. That's going to be electric, though. I'm looking forward to that. I was thinking about doing meatballs in the crock pot for that.
Meatballs in the crock pot. Ooh.
Yeah, turkey meatballs, and little
turkey.
Make some mini subs with a little provolone.
Wow, huh?
Wow.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well,
We'll invite people over about 7:15.
Wow.
Pre-game going. Kick off at 8:15.
Wow, huh?
Do a flyby, Doug, for a little meatball grinder.
I will be at the game.
Oh, wow. Doug, you should do a little Should do a little reel while you're there.
I will be at the game with the father-in-law, so that'll be fun.
Taking Tuesday off.
Just gonna work from the office on Tuesday. A little admin day.
What time do you have to be in there?
I'll get in there like 7:15.
Ooh, God, that's a tough run.
Yeah, well, all right.
Just do it.
Um, and this is Rick. I don't know if you were on the last time, but like I spoke about it with Coach. It seems like McDaniels goes into the locker room like on Tuesday, and it's like, okay, this is going to be a Steph Diggs game. This is going to be a Matt Collins game. It's just like, and then you go and look at the stat sheet, like Hunter Henry had 10 fucking targets. It's like, okay, this is going to be a Hunter Henry game, and they're just going to focus, just feed a ball to Hunter Henry. It's like everybody else is just kind of like an afterthought. They don't, it seems like they just have one game plan, they just stick to it. There's no real evolving, and there's nothing.
Yeah, certain things aggravate me. I don't know. I think you have to. Yeah, I don't know. I've never really followed it that way, but I think you do have to just take what you give it. And for whatever reason, Cincinnati just refused to cover the tight ends, so you got to throw it to them.
Right.
I think that if they would, the receivers, you know, the line play overall wasn't good anyway. May had pressure. May struggled at the beginning, obviously. I just think, to your point, Doug, that I agree, but I think there's just more creative ways to get more guys involved. You know, it's like, I didn't see one Pop Douglas, like, across the field, pass that's been working every week. I didn't see Steph Diggs on that, where those crossing patterns are the key to all of football. I was watching the coup the other night. The kid's unbelievable.
Yeah.
In that offense, how they do it, that's why they're uncoverable. Because they're never basically going man to man on a guy. Everything's across, not the low. It's either high cross, low cross. One guy goes, they run the arrow route. They get someone, boom, they comes down, runs a post. Next guy runs off his butt, straight down to the pylon. I just think there's more ways to get guys involved. In Stevenson, they got the ball way too much. He was terrible. He was terrible.
I
And
don't know if he's still hurt or he
don't.
just sucks, but
I just don't. I just
terrible.
didn't. Hey, it is what it is. I mean, he's also called some very good games this year. I'm not gonna bury McDaniels because he's obviously done a great job with the kid, but he had a bad game. And if anybody says anything different, they don't know anything about football.
No, I heard that. I heard that on the radio this week that McDaniels was bad. They were talking about him just because of the job he's done with May being, again, a candidate for a head coaching job just because he works well with young quarterbacks. I don't know.
I don't think he'd ever take it.
You don't.
I could see him maybe going college, but I don't know why he'd want it. If he goes somewhere else again and stinks, I mean, what an embarrassment. Just leave as a good OC.
Yeah,
I know his family. I know his family's really connected to New England.
Yeah.
But either way, it wouldn't matter that much. I mean, I'd hate to lose him, but Vrabel's not going to hire his son.
No.
Vrabel's not going to hire a lacrosse coach. So there'll be a good OC there, believe me.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, local guy Chip Kelly got canned this week.
He did.
OC with the Los
Raiders.
Angeles Raiders. I mean the Vegas Raiders. Wow, what a downfall! I'll tell you, boy, is the league terrible though. It's
Is he? So, what do you think of that? Is what's his name in jeopardy of losing his job this year? One and done?
Pete?
Yeah.
Should be.
You think so? One and done? Well, I mean, whatever. I mean, he's old. I don't know. It's a terrible league. I think Gruden's going to end up back in the league. Seems like he's trending. He'll either end up back in the NFL or in college somewhere, I think. That's my prediction.
He'd have no chance in college.
Who, Gruden?
Yeah.
You don't think so?
He's been out of it so long.
Yeah.
His offense and everything's so outdated. He's not getting it. But talking about college football, though, crazy. I mean, that's so much more entertaining. It's unbelievable.
Tell me why. Tell me why I'm not saying I'm not disagreeing with you, Rick. I personally think both products this year kind of suck. College is not as good as it was. I don't think. I
I
think the
think
NIL.
college could be way better, but the scheduling fucking sucks. Ohio State has four important games a fucking year. They're playing Plymouth North, Plymouth South, Silver Lake, all the rest of the fucking year, and they have four big games a fucking year. Win those and you're in, whatever. So you basically, to win the national championship, have to win like 6 games. It's super fucking frustrating. You look at him, it's like Ohio State's playing Mercyhurst. Why? Oh, because they're paying him 500 fucking grand to play him. Why are we allowing this to even fucking happen?
I don't disagree.
Yeah, but I don't know about that. I mean, the difference is that conference isn't that good. That isn't as good as the SEC, but they still play. It's still the second best conference in football
No, but
by
like you were
far.
saying, I think they only play four ranked teams all year.
Not
And Penn State was supposed to be good, but they sucked. Like
Yeah,
Indiana.
they played Texas, beat Texas, played Cupcake Scrambled State, Ohio, beat
yeah.
Washington.
Washington's
Washington.
unranked.
You call
I
them
know, but it
Washington?
doesn't matter. Washington's a national power. They were in the national championship game 2 years ago or 3 years ago. Who's now the coach? The coach of Washington is now the coach at Alabama.
Right. So they
They
sucked.
beat Minnesota. Illinois was ranked, beat them. Wisconsin, Penn State, Purdue, UCLA, Rutgers. And then they have Michigan this week.
Three teams ranked.
I'm not arguing that. What I'm saying though is they're not. They're not. You have to play those teams.
I know,
They
and
had
I
three
think
non-conference games, one of which was against Texas, who they beat. Every good school has at least one cupcake or two cupcakes on their schedule in their non-conference schedule. Every school.
I just feel like before the portal and before the NIL, there was more good teams. Now I feel like there's only a handful of good teams, and they don't play each other.
What do you mean? The SEC game every week is ridiculous. Ridiculous. The ACC is a joke. Look what happened to Florida State. Florida State was ranked like 4 in the country going in. They've got like 3 wins at best, maybe 4. And the ACC is terrible. But you
Yeah,
had great games. Georgia Tech got upset this week. They played. You're looking at, I mean, the bottom line is, we said this before, the SEC is the SEC.
yeah. There's going to be 8 or 9 teams in the playoffs from SEC.
Yeah.
So
So it's just different. But I mean, as far as watching a game and the pageantry and, people don't get a penalty every other play and they don't, it's just so much more enjoyable to watch for me. The pros is like, if you're not watching the Patriots, it's like, it's literally just pulling teeth. That's why you got to bet it.
well, yeah. I mean and we talked about that. Like it's not about competition and good football. It's about the parlay and the spread and betting. That's it. You know, it's
The football playoff this year is going to be awesome.
the college
Oregon
one.
rolled
You think the college one? Or what? The NFL college?
college.
You think so? Notre Dame any good?
Well, if you want to talk about a cupcake schedule, that's Notre Dame.
I know, but I'm wondering like,
But they're good. They'll be in it.
so you got Ohio State, like they're pulling some bullshit with Ole Miss and the
So
coach.
back to so how does it work with Notre Dame?
What do you mean?
Well,
They're independent.
they're independent. So it's like, how do they
Strength of
dictate
schedule.
their schedule?
Strength of schedule.
So they can just pick and choose. Hey, we don't want to play anybody in the SEC. We're just gonna go and play like.
Oh, I don't know how they do that. Do you have any idea, Rick, how Notre Dame makes the schedule?
Well, they've been independent forever, so pretty much they have a lot of traditionals that they always play. Like,
USC.
yeah, they play them. Boston College is always in the schedule. They end up having, um, they have a lot of kind of traditionals that carry over, and then they'll pick up, you know, um, they'll pick up a big game. Who they lose to early in the year? Did they lose to Miami?
They went Miami, Texas A&M back to back.
Yeah, so they stepped it up. They picked a good top of their
Lost
because
both.
they lost both, right? And then I
Yeah,
think they haven't lost since, if I'm not mistaken.
correct. Yep.
Yeah. So, there's an example like I don't really know how good they are. Well, did they play Michigan this year?
No.
Yeah. So, but you go out and play two pretty strong programs right out of the chute, and you lose both games. Uh, but then again, Miami's playing that ACC, which boy is that conference is tragically bad. But they'll have it'll be fun when you get those top eight teams when they're gonna have more than eight, but that top group gets in there. That's gonna be fun to watch. I would say that the NFL playoffs will probably be pretty interesting as well because pretty much this year almost anybody can beat anybody.
Yeah, I agree. I think that'll be very entertaining. Um, there's no clear. I mean, even though the Pats get the best record, there's no clear number one in the East. I don't think. You know,
No, I'm looking
and
forward to Monday Night Football.
in the West, the Rams.
Which kind of sucks because the Giants are mathematically eliminated from the playoffs.
Yeah, but
Jackson Dart,
your
your
boy's
boy
gonna be playing,
Blue.
right? He's playing this week.
I think he'll get cleared. But I mean, Jameis is fun to watch too.
He's
Yeah,
all
that
right.
was crazy.
Didn't
He
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 catch? He
he
caught a pass or something as a
he
tight end.
threw one, he rushed one, and he received one, if I'm not
That's
mistaken.
pretty good.
They'll throw at least two picks in New England,
Yeah.
at least.
Um, it's so funny too because I was listening to 93.7 today, and they're like, no team scares us, blah blah blah, all this other bullshit, and it's just like, then they're talking about these other teams, and just like, when they're talking about the Pats playing them, they diminish the other teams, but then when they talk about other teams playing them, they rank them higher. So they'll be like, Kansas City doesn't scare me, and then the very next breath they'll be like, oh, you guys got to go into Kansas City, playing at Kansas City stuff. It's like, well, you just said 30 fucking seconds ago you have no problem going into fucking Kansas City and playing, but if somebody else does it, now it's like a big tall task to do.
Oh,
Yeah.
I agree with you. I agree with you. It's just everybody, the bottom line is this, they got to fill up airtime. I get it. It is what it is. But I'll tell you that I don't care what anybody says, but I told you guys this before. And I used to laugh at it when people would say it was tough to play at Mile High, playing Denver, because the altitude was like, oh, man, man. And when I went out there with Grace's lacrosse trip, when Lisa and I were out there and I went for a run, I almost suffocated myself how hard it was.
Yeah.
That's the place you don't want to go, no matter what, in my opinion. You know, if you're home against any of those guys, though, I'm still going to be skeptical if I'm not as worried about Buffalo for some reason, just because their defense is so bad. But they're always a scare. I mean, just look at them. What did he throw for six touchdowns? He had six touchdowns total the week before, and
Yeah.
then he came back and looked like he was played for a high school team. It was unbelievable. I never seen anything like it.
Yeah. Just in time for me to pick him in the suicide pool. That was awesome.
Yeah. So I mean, but it's like I said, if they could ever get home field going through, I feel pretty good about it. But I think if it was the one team that I'd be worried about coming into town to beat them, would be still Kansas City, in my opinion. If
Yeah,
it's that game,
because not
if
only
they
have they
have to
done it,
travel, I'd be, I don't. They're not going to have to travel to Buffalo, but most likely, unless they have an epic collapse here. But
Denver
I don't want to travel to Denver, and I really don't want to travel to Kansas City.
or
But,
Baltimore
huh?
or Baltimore.
I'm not. Baltimore stinks.
Yeah.
Zero worries about them.
All right.
Yeah, but I mean, they still have playoff experience. I mean, you're talking about taking
Yeah, playoff experience, and they'll lose.
a shit. It doesn't matter. They still got the experience. I mean, you're talking about taking a hell of a lot of rookies and just being like, all right, go win a playoff game.
Oh, Lamar Jackson can't.
Yeah, he's got one.
Huh?
He's got one win.
Yeah. Ooh.
No, I know. I agree. Same with Josh Allen. What does he want? You know?
Yeah, I mean, at least he's been to the championship game, but Lamar Jackson won. But I mean, I'm just saying that they're not. Mahomes is the only bona fide winner out of that group. They've won a lot of regular season games, but if you want to talk about, you go, oh man, they know how to turn it up in the playoffs. It sure in hell isn't Baltimore.
No. Thing about Kansas City too is like you feel like you're not only playing them, but you're playing the refs, you're playing the NFL, you're playing Taylor Swift. There's a lot going on there. Do you see
Who knows? There's so much football left, though. The way they played last week concerns me. If you don't take care of business at home by at least 2 touchdowns against the Giants, 10 points anyway, I'm nervous. But you could still go down the stretch here. I could see them easily losing 3 games.
Yeah, but we talked about it last time. Like they haven't had a bye. They're like one of the only teams that hasn't had a bye yet. I mean, that's a lot of football, you know?
Well, there's a couple other in that week, but yes, you're right. But no,
So,
I agree with you. That's why this win is huge if they win Monday. Because to get that, you go in on your bye after you'd have your uh, with that record, you're going to come back and healthy, ready to go. You could probably get away with 2 losses the rest after that and I'd still think be the number 1 seed.
I gotta tell you, I'm interested to see, and I'm telling you right now, you're gonna laugh at me, but I got a feeling Miami's gonna make a run. Just a gut feeling. Take it for what it's worth. I got a feeling they're gonna make a run. We'll see. They're gonna
A
be a
run
tough
for the
out.
roses or a run for
They're gonna make a run at the playoffs. Okay, go ahead and make the face. Go ahead. I want to have this discussion in a few weeks. All right, we'll have the same discussion. Go
They
ahead,
got
make the face.
they got Saints, Jets, Steelers, Bengals, Bucks, Pats.
And it's not exactly murderer's row.
they're definitely not winning in New England the last week. That's an impossibility. Where's the game against Pittsburgh, Doug?
In Pittsburgh.
Not winning there.
We'll see.
Then you're at the Jets,
New
and you
Orleans.
you host New Orleans, and you host Cincinnati, and you host Tampa.
Tampa's just. I mean, Baker Mayfield's hurt too now.
They've been crushed by the injury bug.
Oh, I
Yeah,
know, terrible.
Mike Evans has been out. Godwin's been out. Bucky Irvin's been out. Now Baker has a sprained,
shoulder, right?
sprained shoulder.
Yeah.
They got beat up the last 2 weeks. That Patriots game with them was physical. And they had to come back this week, another physical game. But these teams are blowing games. You see Philly blow that game with Dallas again?
Talk about. Did you see Brady? Brady came out and basically said the referees fixed that game. He said the better team didn't win this game. Dallas didn't earn it. He like made all these comments. Do you see that?
No.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Like to see what his comments were on the Jags game. Did you see that egregious no call to end the game?
No, I did not.
Oh, God, terrible.
But yeah, he was saying that Cowboys didn't earn it. Referees kept them in it. Blah blah blah. I was like, whoa. As not only an announcer but as an owner, I would imagine he's going to get some blowback on that.
I wish I saw that.
Yeah, not good.
I mean, you were up 21 nothing. You didn't score. You didn't score any second half points. That's on the refs that you didn't score any second half points.
Oh no, I agree with you, Doug. I mean, I didn't watch it in crazy I was kind of distracted a little bit, so I didn't watch everything like as detailed as you probably did. But that's all I could say is 21 points. You're a professional football team. And everybody calling this Dallas team this juggernaut offense. I'm like, I mean, give me a break, you know?
Yeah, yeah, not good. Yeah, but it is what it is. Keep betting on it. Keep betting. Doug, did you bet this weekend? Oh no, Yeah, no service.
Yeah, I
What do you
slid
get
one
for
in and I was upset.
What'd you say, Rick?
I got one in. I took Bears money line. I took
They won,
Rams.
right?
Yep, I took Rams -7. I took Cowboys +3.5. And then I took Patriots. They even bought the point. Took Patriots -6.5. And they couldn't punch a touchdown in from 7 feet away
Oh my
on
God.
57 tries.
Wow.
I was literally in my kitchen. I'm like, I'm gonna lose this fucking bet because they can't punch a fucking. And it was just like stuff right, stuff left, stupid rollout play to nothing. I'm like, what?
That would have been a good bet. That would have been a
Yeah,
good dub.
it was 25 to win like 440 or something.
Wow.
So thank you, Patriots, for not covering the spread.
Jeez, that sucks.
All right, what else we got? We got any entertainment or anything? To the weekend or last weekend?
Let me see. I hung out with you last weekend.
Yeah.
Um, that's always interesting.
Well, you went to Patrick's game.
Yeah, oh yeah, he got tossed.
That was Sunday, right?
Yeah, he got tossed in the third period. Most egregious refereeing I've ever seen, and he just wasn't having it. And he didn't really say anything. The guy's like, "Just get out of here." So he's in the locker room. He's like, "Sorry, Dad, I didn't expect to get thrown out for that." I was like, "No problem. See you at home." Yeah. So he's off to Mississippi next week. He's going to Ole Miss. He's leaving Thursday. They got two games down there, which is I think is interesting. Um, yeah, I think, and then he's done for the semester until late January, I think. So
Nice. So that's his
Uh, so is
that's
he
it.
is he gonna get to see an Ole Miss playoff game?
no, I think they're going to a basketball game. There's no football games when they're down there. He's going to a basketball game. That'll be fun. I mean, Ole Miss is, those colleges are kind of, you know, those
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
big experience. I mean, even just seeing the football field would be cool. Um,
When do they start? December 19th? Is that when they start?
the playoffs,
Yeah, yeah,
that
that's it
late?
said December 19th. So they're gonna play the 28th and still give the guys 3 weeks off before you even start the playoffs.
I know it's crazy. Drives me nuts, that whole part of college football. That's the one thing that drives me crazy. But
Um, then we got
yeah,
like scrub bowls going on, right? Leading up to that, like a bunch of scrub bowls. Like the 6-win teams, the
yeah.
Fenway Bowl, right? Pinstripe
Plymouth
Bowl
North, Plymouth South tomorrow at
Is that
Fenway
that's FNY? Yeah.
tomorrow, or is it tomorrow?
tomorrow.
Oh wow.
4 o'clock. I was gonna go up with Brian Nolan, but I have to work, so I can't. I don't know until I'll know a little bit more by about noontime. So I go home
Yeah,
and drive up,
I got to work too,
go see.
but that'll be on TV, right? Or whatever, however they do it.
I would imagine that. I mean, it's not a bowl. It's not a bowl game,
No, but they
so it
usually they
might
put it on like community TV.
must be Plymouth Public Access or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And Palladino's doing the play-by-play, right?
Yeah, because we were invited to go to the booth if we got
What
there.
happened to Stevie Rich?
He got canned, I think.
He got canned. The entertainer. They told him to. So who's he doing with? Do you know? Or does he do it
I
solo?
thought it was Sato.
Sato.
Yeah.
Isn't he? Doesn't he have,
What?
doesn't he have legal issues right now?
No.
Oh, that's not him. Who's Sato?
Sato. What are you talking about?
I
Sato's
don't know.
awesome.
Who's Sato?
You're talking about, you don't know Sato? Sato Barry?
No, I don't think I know. Has he been to your house? He's been to the condo?
Oh, Sato's a great guy. Sato's a middle school PE teacher. Does a lot of strong guy, big guy. He does. strength and conditioning with the kids and stuff. He's got a gym like in his garage. He does have a lot of kids, but outside of that, he's super guy, unbelievable guy. You've met him before. You had him.
I don't
He
know. Is he?
coached. He coached the kids. He coached football for years. He was a big star in Plymouth. You must know him, Dougie.
You know him, Dougie?
Sato sounds familiar, but when you say Sato, gym teacher didn't come to mind. Like a corrections officer came to mind.
No, he's not that.
Hmm.
He's worked a long time. He's in the Plymouth Public Schools. He's been there for a long time.
What school?
Great guy. Great guy. Uh,
PCIS? Does he
yeah, he's
work?
primarily out of PCIS, I believe. Yes, I believe so. He's close with Palladino. That's what they were talking about the other day. He was supposed to come over. Remember, they were giving him a hard time. He's close with Stevie Rich too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they do the workouts, and like Tegan worked out with them. But either way, I think he was. I think that's what Brian said, that he was doing it with him.
I'll
But
check
yeah,
that
so
out.
I don't know if I'll be able to get up there, but you know, it
I would
really
have loved to
doesn't.
have gotten a
Well,
booth. It would have been fun.
traveling tomorrow is gonna suck anyway.
I know.
Yeah, I think I go up, have a few sodas outside the game, go ahead and watch a half. Nolan, drive back with him, catch up with him, but who knows?
So other than that, I don't know. Turkey Day plan. What you got? Turkey Day plans? You doing? Don't you do usually do Chinese or something? What are you doing on Turkey Day?
Well, I my plan changed quite a bit because I mean, it's a lot different now because Lisa's not in the picture, but they had, but Gracie's flying in tomorrow, so she's home,
Wow.
which will be great. And then, but James is going to Gilly's house for the Thanksgiving, so
Wow.
he comes back on Saturday. So that he just told me that tonight, so kind of threw me off because I really wasn't going to do anything at all Thanksgiving. A few things.
Saturday, huh? That's a long fucking tryptophan coma, huh?
The what?
I said that's a long tryptophan coma. Leaving Thursday, coming back Saturday.
No, tomorrow, right? You said you're going tomorrow?
He's going tomorrow. Sorry,
Wow.
tomorrow after work. Yeah. So we'll go down there tomorrow. I'll be down there Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, back Saturday. He's got to work Saturday night. And then, so yeah, so I'll be here all alone. Whoever wants to come over, come on over. I'll be here, because Gracie's actually going to stay at Kara's. And, because James is now up in her room, and I told her she could have my room. I didn't care, but over at Kara's grandma, Kara's mother's house, and now Kara's in that has an extra room with an extra bathroom. So it's so like Grace like that, it's just easier because all the women products are there and the hair dry, all that stuff. I don't have to bring. But she thought James would be there too. So whatever. So it ended up. It is what it is. It really doesn't matter. So I'll do really nothing probably. Maybe venture around, maybe go up and say hi to the Wileys or something, and then wait till Grace is done, and then go out for some sodas and stuff after with her. And whoever wants to bounce around.
I'll be going to Marshfield, my brother-in-law's house.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, how about you, Dougie? What do you got? You host?
Going to Carver Thursday and then hosting on Friday.
Oh, that'd be good.
And then obviously golf Saturday
Yeah, Saturday, Rick.
Why do you go somewhere and then host the next day? What are you hosting?
because April's parents are divorced.
Oh, that's right. I remember that
Uh,
from last year.
yeah, it's a whole thing. April hates the holidays. Like
Yeah.
November 1st to New Year's Day, she's just miserable.
I can understand.
Yeah, but outside of that, not much. I don't really have too much planned because the Pats aren't on until Monday. So,
Yep.
uh,
Yeah, and I'm not playing golf on Sunday.
then you have Saturday. You have Saturday. You guys have that golf.
Yeah, it's gonna be high of 39, Rick. So how would you do there?
El Zippo Chanso.
Yeah, we're gonna have like 40 guys. That'll be interesting. Then I'm hanging them up.
At least you got some good football on Friday, Rick.
Yeah. So I'm probably gonna have to work Friday anyway, but I'll be back Friday night.
Yeah, it's rivalry week.
I know,
Rivalry week.
rivalry week.
We
Yeah,
got
and then
Michigan,
say
Ohio
that 3
State.
times.
Is that Friday or is that Saturday? Michigan, Ohio State.
That's Saturday at noon.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Well, you got URI against Central Connecticut at noon on Saturday. It's on ESPN Plus if you want to watch. I'm looking forward to that. You know, I'll have it. I'll have it on Saturday on my phone. My boy Brady Olson, very good kid. You got to watch that interview, Rick. It's pretty good.
I
Kids,
will.
kids squared away, calling me sir and shit. I'm like, oh my god.
I like it. I like it.
Which I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they do it or like once they set the schedule, it's kind of set. But there's not many flexing games in the college realm, is there?
No, I don't think they do
No,
flex,
there's no
especially
flexing.
especially Big Ten. Big Ten's a big
So
noon.
I mean, Ohio State, Michigan, you would love that to be like the prime time
Yeah,
game.
3:30,
It's
four
at noon
o'clock.
on fucking Saturday.
I know.
Yeah, but it's probably never in the history of the rivalry been not noon on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
This is at the big
That's
house.
why it is what it is.
It's at the big house,
Yeah.
right?
At Michigan, Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
But yeah, there'll be plenty of football on, plenty of stuff too. My whole thing is I just have my whole headache is I gotta get out of this job, but I have no idea what my schedule is. I can't plan a freaking thing. I just found out it's 7:45 tonight. My schedule for tomorrow. It's just brutal.
But you're killing it, Rick. Right?
Hopefully something shakes down soon.
Yeah, but you're killing it there.
The what?
You're killing it there, right?
No, well, I don't know. I was telling you the other night. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's, they got two real good deals, but I'm waiting to hear if they backed out of them. They have 3 business days to back out. So
Yeah.
if they do, you screwed.
Right.
But I had a showing last night, so we'll see about that.
Where was that?
Stafford Street, you know those you know what that is? That's
Oh,
that development. It's been there for a long time. They're all duplexes.
oh,
There's 11 duplexes total.
is that over right off of Samoset Street on the left?
Yeah, I'd go up South Street and then take the right, go up the hill like you going to Crowley's house,
Yeah.
and just before Crowley's house where that rotary is, it's on the right.
Oh, all right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
you can go Stafford the other way too, but anyway, no one cares. But awesome unit, beautiful unit. So also the condo upstairs dropped to 440.
I saw that. I told April, I'm like, they're fucking smoking it if they think they're getting north of 5 for that.
They listed
Didn't it go up for
they,
like 525 or some shit?
they listed originally at 565. I told you, you're out of your mind. I said, if you get 565 of them, sell mine tomorrow because we'll go for like 7.
Yeah.
You haven't even been in it upstairs. But
No, but I was just talking about, I'm like, April, this is nothing to take away from Rick, but I'm like, I'm like anything bigger than the SUV that Ricky drives, like you can't get it back into the driveway. And I was like, and now that they changed the thing, like you can't park out front anymore.
yeah, but there's plenty of parking for downtown condo here. I have 4 spots.
Yeah, there's a lot of parking back there.
Plenty of
There's
parking.
another little driveway on the side, Dougie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could probably get 6, 7 cars back there, right, Rick?
Well, they get access to 3, and I get access to 4.
That would be 7.
So it's 7 spots, like you said. But you could put, like if someone wants to park on the grass over there,
Yeah.
you could go 10 if you want. It's easy.
Yeah, I was just saying anything like size. Like I wouldn't take, Jimmy Wiley's truck back there.
Oh, you definitely can. I've had dumpsters drop back here.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, it's easy. It's easy to go through. They had. That's why I always say to you guys, just park it back, especially now because there's no one else here. But doesn't matter in the front for that stuff. But no, mine's just completely different than I mean, this isn't good for the pod, but we can talk about this when we end the pod because it's just a completely different unit.
Yeah.
But I originally just not damn it, but I originally bought this for 470. And I have the whole downstairs, I have the front porch, I've got front and back door access. It's completely different units. Everything's modernized in it, you know. This would go on the market now for about probably 5.25 at least.
Yeah.
But upstairs at 565, I was like, no chance. And I said to her, I said, you're way off. It's gonna kill you. Then she came down, then he came down. Then she finally wants to hope when she can just get a quick sale at 440. I said, that's what I told you. I told you listed at 450, but it's gonna be interesting still because it's a little bit tricky up there. But anyway,
So Dougie, real quick, what's the spread Monday night?
7.5.
I'm gonna pick the Giants to cover. Pats to win, Giants to cover.
Hold on.
Anything more than a
Yeah.
touchdown.
As of right now, New England minus 7.5, 46.5 over under.
Yeah, I'm gonna anything more than a touchdown. I'm gonna take the Giants. How about you, Rick?
um, what's the line again, Doug?
7.5.
7.5.
Taking the Giants to cover.
Douglas.
Yeah, I agree.
It's
I
unanimous.
agree, and I sneaky like the over.
The Giants can put points on the board, and you got to beat them. So I mean, I could see a 27-24 game. For sure. 30-24. All right, boys. We'll wrap this up. It was good. Again, check out that interview with Brady Olson I got out there. And we'll do it again. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. Kind of snuck up on us. Seems like yesterday was July. It's unbelievable how fast it
I
is.
know, so true.
But yeah, we'll have a good.
All right, happy tea day. I'll talk to you guys. I'll be out and about. I'll probably sneak out tomorrow evening for a couple, and then Thursday's Thursday, and we'll go from there.
We'll stay in touch. I don't know what I did with my drink. Have a
Beautiful.
good night. See ya.
Betsy, stop.